everyone. Today we are going to learn how you can draw and edit a bar chart in Excel. So here I have two categories of data. That is, one column is representing the marks obtained by the students in a certain subject, and the other is the frequency of the students who got marks in that certain subject in the category of 90 to 100. It means that 90 students has secured marks in the range of 90 to 100, 10 students secured marks in the range of 80 to 89, and so on. Now we want to see this trend on a chart, on a graph. So here comes the bar graph. So keep this in mind, bar graph is usually used when you have the data that is categorical and not the continuous. So both of these data types are categorical, and these are in the form of categories. So we can draw a bar chart of using this data. So let's start with selecting both these columns for drawing a bar chart. Then we will move towards the insert tab. Here we have different chart types. Here is the tab of charts, and here we have different chart types. So I'm going to select this chart type, and here I'm selecting this 2D column chart. So here we have a graphical representation of this given data. So this graphical representation is showing the marks obtained on the x-axis like this, 90 to 100, 80 to 89, and the frequency of students on the y-axis. Now currently this chart is, you can say, is in the raw form, that it is not edited properly. It should have some information that is helpful for the reader to understand that which axis is representing which data, and what is the purpose of this chart. So for that we need to edit this bar chart or bar plot to make it useful, to make it appealing, to make it in a way that anyone can understand the purpose of plotting or drawing this bar chart. So we will start by editing this chart. If I select this chart, I can see here three options. These three options are basically represent the editing of this chart. Now if I click on this option, here are the chart elements. Here there are the check boxes beside this. It means if I check these boxes, I will get that desired data on the chart. Like if I check this axis title, now you can see that I have got the axis title on the y-axis as well as on the x-axis. Then are the data labels, that what these bars are representing, that this bar is representing the 9 frequency of the students, this bar is representing 10 frequency of the student, and so on. And what are others are basically not required for us, but here is another important thing, is the legend. Legend basically is representing what these bars are representing. So here it is showing here that legend is showing the representation of these bars. So, and the other things we do not require. So these are the chart elements. This is how you can edit edit means you can add or delete or add or remove the certain chart elements that you want or you don't want. Then we have another option, that is the style of this chart. That what style do you want? There are different styles available here. You can see that whatever you want to select, it all depends on you whether you are going to select this or so on. So if I select this one, I will make it more clear like this. So I have selected this. Again, I'll go to this option, and if I want to change the color of these bars, so how I can do that, like if I select this one, I select this one. If I select this one, so I am going to select this one. So these are the different shades or that you can use to change the coloring of this chart. So after this is the third option. Here is another option. This is very important option that you must know, because sometime while drawing the chart, but it becomes difficult for the students to understand that how we will select that which data should be on x-axis and which data should be on y-axis. By default, Excel will select by itself what data will be on the x-axis and what data will be on y-axis. But if you want to change it by yourself, what you have to do, you have to go to this option of select data. So here it is very important. On one side here is the data that will be shown in the form of legend or on the y-axis, and here will be the data that will be shown on the horizontal axis. So if you want to change that, if you want to switch the data that is on x-axis and the data is on the y-axis, you can use this button. And otherwise you also have the option of add, edit, remove, whatever the data you want on any of the axes you can select from here. That is select data option. You can also get this option by clicking anywhere on the chart, by right clicking anywhere on the chart and go to select data. You will also get the same window. So you can here easily select the data that you want to be displayed on the different axes. So this is about data selection and color and the elements of the chart. So there is also some more options related to the editing of this bar chart. If you double click on this chart, so I have just double click on this chart and here comes the format chart area. Now here again you have different options. If I click on this drop down, you can see that which part of the chart you want to format. Format means you want to change its color, its look and feel, and its title and its font. It all comes in the category of format. So it has nothing to do with the working or with the data of the chart. It's just refer to the format. So whatever the formatting you want, you can select from here. If I select chart titles here, it means I'm going to change the color of the chart titles. So if I select from here, like if I select blue, so it means the background of the chart title is turned blue. So same is for the borders, that whether you want to change the border or whatever you want. So there are also the other options that if you want to change the look and feel of the chart. Similarly, if I select here from the chart area, it means this background is all the chart area. If I want to change the color of the chart area, if I just say, for example, if I change it to black, before that it was gray, so I had changed the chart area to black. So here you can do the editing of the background of the chart. So these are basically the chart options. Then we have the legend, we have the plot area. So these are the different options of editing the chart bar chart that you are going to display or that you are making. So one more important thing is here, if you want to edit it was all about editing formatting. If I want to edit this heading of the chart, I just need to double click on it. So once I double click on it, I can easily edit it by deleting it. Like if I say I want to change it as like frequency of students versus marks obtained, or you can say the range, or you can whatever the title you want to give to the graph that will actually represent about what your graph is showing. So similarly, I can stretch it out to make it more visible. I think it's stretched so, and if I want to make it more clear, I want to move it above a bit, and this title needs to be like this. So here we have the axis title. If I want to change the axis title here, what I have to do, I have to double click on it. I will delete it and I will write the name as we know that frequency is on the y-axis. So I will just write the frequency here, and this title is basically representing, this is basically the legend that is moved here. So we need to move it back here, and this is the horizontal axis title, and this is basically representing the marks obtained. That is the range of marks obtained. In other words, different ranges of marks obtained in a certain subject. So the data can be any, it doesn't matter, just you should know how to plot it, how to edit the chart. So this is how I have edited the x and y axis of the chart, the title of the chart, the color, the background, the legend, and all whatever you want to make it more clear, understandable, and readable as well. Keep this in mind that things should not be overlapped, and things should not be in a color that do not basically represent actually your data. So this is how we can move it as well. So this is all about how you can plot and edit a bar chart in Excel. That's all from today's lecture. Thank you.